Every story is an equation, the mathematics of visual aesthetics in Romeo and Juliet, a technical exploration, abstract. This article explores the mathematical patterns underpinning the narrative and emotional arcs in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. By applying mathematical psychology and quantitative modeling, we aim to develop a set of functions that describe the dynamics of emotions and plot progression in this classic tragedy. Our goal is to highlight the intrinsic mathematical beauty in literature, thereby fostering interdisciplinary research and enhancing our understanding of narrative structures. Introduction. William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet is a cornerstone of English literature, renowned for its complex narrative and emotional depth. In this study, we analyze the play through the lens of mathematics and psychology, drawing on various models to quantify the emotional and narrative dynamics. We aim to illustrate the mathematical elegance of Shakespeare's storytelling, making a compelling case for the integration of mathematical principles in literary analysis. Our mathematical patterns in the narrative, one plot structure as a function. The narrative of Romeo and Juliet can be segmented into key phases, exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. These phases align with a typical quadratic function, at 2 plus BTC, where and is the narrative function at time, and are constants that describe the curvature and direction of the plot. Exposition, the function starts at a neutral point. Rising action, the plot ascends towards the climax. Climax, the highest emotional tension and conflict. Falling action, the aftermath of the climax. Resolution, the narrative resolves, often returning to a neutral or lower point. 1.2 Emotional dynamics. We can model the emotional fluctuations of the characters using sinusoidal functions, as emotions often oscillate in response to narrative events. 8 equal tosin BTC sin, where E is the emotional state at time, is the amplitude representing the intensity of emotions, is the frequency reflecting how quickly emotions change, is the phase shift indicating the onset of significant emotional events, is the vertical shift representing baseline emotional state. Applying mathematical models to Romeo and Juliet. 2.1 Exposition, introduction of characters and setting. At the beginning, the narrative is stable and emotions are relatively low. In 0 equal talk at 0 equal Todd. 2.2 Rising action, Romeo meets Juliet. As the plot develops and Romeo and Juliet meet, the narrative and emotional intensity begin to rise. Nanti 2 plus BTC 0 less than climaxima. 8 equal tosin BTC 0 less than climax cinema. 2.3 Climax, the deaths of Mercutio and Tybalt. The plot reaches its peak at the climax, marked by high emotional tension. And a climax equal tomax and imamax, a climax equal to edema. 2.4 Falling action, Romeo's banishment. As the consequences of the climax unfold, the narrative tension decreases. Inti 2 plus BTC T climaxless stant resolution embraso. 8 equal tosin BTC T climaxless stant resolutions in embraso. 2.5 Resolution, the deaths of Romeo and Juliet. The narrative and emotional arcs conclude with the tragic resolution. And resolution equal to creso, a resolution equal to ariso. On a neat implications for psychological analysis. By quantifying the emotional and narrative dynamics, we can better understand the psychological impact of Romeo and Juliet. The oscillations in emotional states reflect the play's dramatic tension, offering insights into how narrative structures evoke specific emotional responses. 3.2 Enhancing interdisciplinary understanding. This mathematical approach to analyzing literature bridges the gap between the arts and sciences. It underscores the potential of interdisciplinary research to provide deeper insights and more comprehensive understanding of complex phenomena. Conclusion. The mathematical analysis of Romeo and Juliet reveals intricate patterns that underpin its narrative and emotional arcs. By applying functions to describe these dynamics, we highlight the mathematical elegance of Shakespeare's work. This interdisciplinary approach not only enhances our understanding of literary aesthetics, but also illustrates the profound connections between mathematics and the arts. About us. Our aim is to illustrate the seamless blending of mathematical precision and literary beauty, demonstrating